Alright, so we're going to do a quick walkthrough of the Origin 600i Touring. This isn't a review or an explanation of anything, it's just a walkthrough, so that way before you drop the, I believe, 10 million space rubles on this ship, you can see the interior. I'll show you the rest of the exterior in space. It'll take me a million years to walk around it. It's pretty big. It's a luxury exploration ship. It's kind of like the fancy Carrack. It's sort of how I think of it. Although it has a lot less, because of its luxury capabilities, it's got a lot less utility. So we're going to turn left here first on the top deck, and you get to the bridge. This is the pilot's chair. You control some pretty fat weapons as the pilot. Base do 2300 DPS. And then our two external turrets that can be controlled by each of the co-pilot seats. They do about 3,000 together, although it's all distortion damage stock. We got a little sleep pods here. We come back. We got rooms. Ooh. Ah. There's TVs in here. Come on. I want to watch TV. Wow. Wow. Alright, so we're going to keep going on the top deck. The ship's got 90k shields, which is a lot, but it is also a huge target, so it's pretty necessary. We're going to go in this weird room here. This room has these, it says suit, armor, weapons, armory. Don't go in there. There's obviously models missing, and if you walk in there, you'll fall into the bones of the ship. At the tail end here, we have a skylight, which is pretty incredible. A sexy bar. Ooh. Seating area. There aren't a lot of ways to make money with this ship, although one day I believe you will be able to be hired as a transportation pilot. And the nicer your ship, the nicer the clientele you can have. And being a luxury ship, I imagine that you will be able to move the most number of people. A big luxury ship, you'll be able to move the most number of fancy people in this ship than anything else. Oh, besides, I guess, the 890 jump. That'll be an interesting game mechanic if it ever comes to fruition, because it means having a luxury ship will give you more in-game opportunities than just being like, look at how fancy and shiny my ship is. Which personally is fun. I think it's fun. But at the end of the day, it's not really the ship that you want to have compared to the other ones in the verse. Like if you were going to have a Carrack versus a 600i, there's no reason not to have a Carrack right now. But one day, people will be like, I don't want to get on your dirty Carrack. I want to ride in style and comfort. I want to be able to play pool and watch TV while I'm being sent across the verse. Essentially, you'd be a commercial pilot for fancy pants people. So now let's go to the lower deck on the other side. Oh, actually, I'm going to take the elevator. I have these beautiful stairs I can take. The interior is really nice, and it's obviously filled with, I mean, there's sitting areas here. We just saw a whole bunch in the back by the pool table and the television, and it's like a lot of areas to lounge, but not a lot of areas to really do anything. We got more sleeping areas here. Of course, we have bathrooms. You know Chris Roberts loves a good bathroom. And that's kind of it. I mean, that's not the whole ship. We're not done yet, but Damn. It's not bigger on the inside, that's for sure. So this is the same elevator I used to get in the ship, and it's also the only way to get in the ship. So here, that takes us back to the sitting area, and then here is the master bedroom. This visual bug doesn't always happen, by the way. Because it has such a generous weapons and shield package, you and 2 friends could use the ship to do combat, I suppose, but it's not exactly nimble. So you're probably going to wind up doing more work than it's worth. Alright, let's get her in space. All in all, the 600i is wildly attractive, and it's exciting at the prospect of one day being able to haul around fancy people for money, because that's basically doing a high-profile cargo run. Although I wonder what happens if you're 30k. Do all the people disappear? Do they die? Who knows? They're just AI. But because the ship doesn't really have any other utility features right now, no cargo bay worth talking about, no big ramp where you can put vehicles up inside of it, it's a little lackluster now, even though it's so good looking. At least if you dropped your infinite supply on money on an 890 jump, you could go do something humorous, like put an anvil ballista in the cargo area. With this, though, you can ride around in style, and that's pretty much all you're going to be doing. Yeah. But if you have an extra 10 million space rubles, I don't know what else you'd spend it on.